Sure, welcome once again to Good Evening OBRA360. Tonight we are shooting from Tema. I am Dromi Aite, and today I'll be having a speaking with Mr. Harold Nate. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, please, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
All right, okay. So, for the sake of our viewers, you tell us your name, your profession, and also your age. Thank you.
Thank you too. My name is Harold Nete, and I'm an insurance officer. But currently, I work as a supervisor with an event center in Dansoman, and I'm 57 years old.
Wow. Right, so you can see how experienced person we are coming to speak with today. So keep watching and keep your comments active. Uh, Without wasting my time, let me go straight to the top. Today, even on spirits as a topic, we'll be focusing on drug. So you've just recovered from drug habit. Tell us briefly how you enter into drug.
Yes, I entered into drugs when I was in high school. Um, I got into drugs through friends, what we would normally call peer pressure, because you are moving with bad friends and then you do all the bad things they do, you are also doing them. And peer pressure because you want to be in a certain clique. So you do the things they do, and these are not the things why we were sent to school, but sooner or later you become a bad boy because you are moving around with bad company.
Okay, what drug were you, using by then?
Back then, we started using cigarettes, smoking cigarettes, and then weed, and then that was in school. And then we graduated from school, and then other drugs came in.
Wow. So what kind of other drugs like
Eventually, I was addicted to crack cocaine and heroin. And this was when I had finished school and I started working. I was earning salary, so I got into a point where I could now afford to buy it on my own, and that was how it led to addiction. Because addiction doesn't happen in a short time; it takes a long time to get to the addiction stage. And so, because I was earning a salary, I was able to afford abusing it, and until I got addicted to the drugs.
effect? Tell us how difficult those days were.
Very difficult, and it's something that I would not advise anybody, or I would not want anybody to go through. Drug addiction made my life very miserable because your lifestyle becomes very useless. I lost focus and everything, and you lose track of what you really all the ambitions you have. You just throw them out because you have to stay with the drugs, and drug addiction will make you lose every good thing that you have in life.
Hallelujah, the people will say, because now you are out of drug. Tell us how you came out of it.
Thank you very much. It was not an easy journey at all trying to get out of drugs. I got to a point where I became very suicidal. I mean, I lost everything, and I didn't think life was worth living anymore. But I had a friend who had also gone to a rehab. He was an addict to looking very bad. He came back, was looking good, and then I eventually found out that he went to a certain rehab center here in Accra, in Achimota. So one day, I became suicidal until I found this rehab, and I decided that enough was enough. And then I checked into this rehab all by myself. And that was the beginning of my recovery journey.
Tell us some of the experience. Tell me the experience when you were in drug. Tell some of the experience.
Yeah. Very bad experiences when you get into drugs, when you get addicted. For me, some of my experiences, if I think back, I can only thank God how far He has brought me. As an addict, I left home when nobody had sacked me. And virtually, I was sleeping in the ghettos. I was sleeping in a ghetto in Accra here called Tudu. And if you know Tudu very well, you know the kind of people around there. I was sleeping in front of the shops because I had left home, and then we'll go out, go find money, and then come and sit in the ghettos, smoke, and then in the night we sleep in front of the shops. Bad experiences because whilst in the ghetto, I was associating with all kinds of people, armed robbers, pickpockets, all of them come in the ghetto. In the night, we all laid in front of the shops and sleep. And then these experiences are nothing anybody wants to go through, but this is what drug addiction will do to you if you don't stay away from drugs. So these were very bad and horrifying experiences for
All
me.
right. How do people relate to you? I mean, those time when you were in drag.
Well, when you are in drugs, you lose every good thing. What I lost that hurt me most was the love and trust of my family and friends. So, people relate to you, they see you as an addict. So, for me, I was rejected. Nobody wants to be a friend anymore. All the friends I had from school to the time I started working started to distance themselves from me because, one, physically, I was looking very bad, and then they could see that I had a problem. The ones who know, I had to confess to them just to still get some money from them. But I lost everything. Nobody wanted to stay. All the friends I had, they, like I said, they wanted to stay away because they knew that eventually I was on drugs.
For some reason, I want to ask you this question. What do you think of music, especially hip life and Afrobeats?
Well, music is good. Hip life, whatever name they give to it, is good. My only problem is the content of some of their videos. A lot of times I see music videos, hip life, hip hop, and I see a lot of nudity in it, a lot of young ladies in these videos who are half naked. And you see some of these stars who our youth look up to as role models, smoking and drinking alcohol, even in these music videos. These are the things that I don't really like about the videos. But of course, music is the food of life, except that some of the contents of their videos is not a good thing for our youth.
Per your view, or because before I come again to the question, viewers, you can hear a lot from our guest today, Mr. Harold Nate. He's been sharing a lot of experience. I believe that there is somebody close to you who have to hear this. Share the video, keep your comments alive because there is more to come. All right, Mr. Harold, welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
All right, so per your view, on hip, I mean music, do you think the youth of our day have some freedom, I mean, to curtail if they were show or allowed to keep on watching these videos or movies on their sets?
Well, it's difficult to control what our youth will be watching on their, because most of them have phones. It's very difficult to control them what to watch and what not to watch. For me, the bottom line is, if they are youth, it means that they are still being looked after or taken care of by their parents. So, what freedom do they really have? That's my point. If you are on your own, then you can enjoy all the freedom. But if you are a youth and you are with your parents, they are looking after you, they are taking care of you. Of course, certain freedoms must be curtailed. If they have control of what you should watch and what you should not watch, of course you must be restricted. It doesn't mean that your freedom has been taken from you. So for me, I think that the bottom line is good upbringing. When the parents are strict and bring up their children well, they will decide what is good and what is bad, and they'll choose which one to watch. So I don't think that there's any freedom that will be curtailed when it comes to the youth. But like I said, the bottom line is good upbringing. When you bring up your child in a good way, they will decide what to watch and what not to watch.
Wow. So, concerning the drug, many people went into this and they were not able to come out of it throughout their life and still they are in it. But in your case, you've been able to come. What do you think you were able to do to come out of it?
Well, for me, I had gotten to my wits' end. I mean, I got to a point where I think that I was almost giving up. Um, I wish I could even end my life. But I think that the Spirit of God, the God that we worship, who is a kind God, led me into the rehab, and my recovery journey was full of wonderful things that God did for me. I am no better than other addicts who have tried and didn't succeed. It's a very difficult journey. You take it a day at a time, and every addict who has even recovered for 10 years, we still refer to them as recovering addicts because even after 10 years, you can still relapse and go back. So it's not been an easy journey. But for me, the important thing is that I had this steely determination to get out of drugs once and for all. And that's what urged me on to this point after 8 years. I'm in my eighth year of recovery
Wow.
by the grace of God.
So you were able to come because you made up your mind.
Exactly so. Exactly so. I was very determined to cross over from the life of addiction into a new life of hope.
Very soon we'll be bringing the program to an end. But before we go, what will be your advice for the mass on drug or about this program?
Well, on drugs, I would say that every youth should be mindful of the friends they make in and out of school. Because you talk to a lot of addicts, they were led into drugs by a friend. So you must be mindful of the friends you make in school and even out of school. And I would advise all the youth out there who watch Obra 360 to keep watching because the time that they have in watching all these music videos and stuff, negative things, they should find more time to watch Obra 360 because it's educative and life changing, and it might guide you in your daily life to stay away from some negative things that can ruin your ambition and then turn your life into a very destructive path. So my advice to everybody out there: keep watching Obra 360 and tell a friend about it, and then share the video also.
Tell a friend about it. Share the video also. This was said by Mr. Harold Nate. He has been our guest on Good Evening OBRA360, hosted by your only Dromiaite. And today, this is why we brought the curtain. Please share the program. Tell a friend about it. Remember, the same time, right channel, Good Evening OBRA360, sponsored by Kaniacom Enterprise. And also, our boss is not here today. Keep watching Good Evening OBRA360, but he's here in the room with us. Bye bye. Thank you, sir, for coming.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having
Thank
me.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very
Thank
much,
you.
Mr. John.